Hi, I'm Carol Rose Atkinson, president of IE-CAMFT, and I am here with Talal Alsaleem, Dr. Alsaleem. And he is going to be speaking with us on the topic of infidelity. It's going to be called the Introduction to Systematic Affair Recovery. Talal, can I get you to introduce yourself?
Sure. Well, thank you so much first for having me on. My name is Dr. Talal Alsaleem. I'm the creator of Systematic Affair Recovery Therapy, as well as the founder of the Infidelity Counseling Center. And I'm very excited to be presenting in your chapter next week.
So we were talking just for a minute before we went on, and couples, we get a lot of those, and infidelity can often be the problem. So what do you think the cause is of that?
Well, it's actually that's one of the most important aspect of the intro workshops that I do. There's this myth or misconceptions about why infidelity happened. You ask the average person why infidelity happened. A lot of times people say it's because they're not happy with their partner or it's relationship dissatisfaction. Well, it is true that relationship dissatisfaction is one of the leading causes of infidelity, but it's not the only one. We all have witnessed those relationships where we look at it and scratch our head to say, I don't get why infidelity happened. They seem to have a good partner, good communication, they're compatible, yet they're still dealing with infidelity. Sometimes infidelity happens because of an individual issue, not related to the relationship. It could be mental health issue, it could be past trauma. Um, and that's one of the things we're going to talk about more in the presentation in terms of the realm of the individual issues that contribute to infidelity. But also, in addition to individual issues and relationship issues, there are sociocultural factors that could contribute to infidelity as well. And I would say this is oftentimes ignored in research as well as in clinical practice. Believe it or not, the type of jobs people have could increases their likelihood of engaging in infidelity. And
Yeah.
I'm sure, for those, you work with couples, or for those other clinicians who work with couples, if you track the data, you'll see that there are certain jobs or certain categories of jobs tend to have a higher prevalence rate. And it has to do with, uh, the environment of the workplace, the pressures on the workplace, how much that puts stress on the individual and the relationship. So and I always encourage folks when I do my training is to look beyond the relationship factors that cause infidelity, because if you address all of them, you're most likely to help your clients recover and not deal with relapse in the future.
Right, relapse. So if they don't deal with it the first time, then sometimes that happens again and again.
That is correct, and I would say these cases tend to be more complicated to treat because you're dealing with multiple traumas. So it's a lot more difficult for folks to recover from infidelity in terms of rebuilding the relationship if this is the second or third incident of infidelity. But I also, when I created the systematic affair recovery therapy model, I emphasized that healing from infidelity doesn't mean necessarily repairing the relationship. That's one potential outcome. The
Mhm.
goal is really to heal from the trauma and make
Mhm.
sure that doesn't define the rest of your life.
Yeah. And then have like a really new relationship that's built on honesty.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that's really what it takes is something as traumatic as infidelity to be a catalyst for pausing and looking at the relationship and to see, is this relationship that I need to be, or is this time for me to actually find a healthier relationship? So in a way, there is a silver lining for something as traumatic as infidelity.
Yeah, that's what we were just saying is that I see it time and time again that when they do heal, they actually are more in love. They have a better relationship, and it's more honest. And those they, I like to say that people like put their stuff and put it under a rug, and then they trip on the rug. But once there's no stuff under the rug, that they can have a new and better relationship.
Sure. And this is actually one of the main reason I titled my book Infidelity, the best worst thing that could happen to your marriage.
Yes.
Because really it is the worst thing, but also could be the best thing because it will allow you to actually have a better relationship either with your current partner by repairing it or a healthier relationship with somebody else.
Yeah, yeah. So that is such a good point, that can be the catalyst for something wonderful. So Dr. Alsaleem is going to be speaking at IE-CAMFT on October 23rd, 9 to 11. 8:30 to 9, we'd like to do a networking. So please come to that as well, so we can get to know you and see what you're about and what you're doing. And with that said, thank you so much for speaking. I want to save your presentation for that day, so we'll get your video out, and you have an awesome day.
Thank you. My pleasure. Take care.